Hello, everybody. I am Tim Kaiser, and that person up there, that not moving head, I gotta fix this. Oh no, no, it's only not moving because Ryan is a very emotional person. Okay, it's that would be Ryan Courtney. There's also a person here named Nick who is going to watch us, but you can't see his head. He's too handsome.
the
He's
the
he's too
invisible
handsome.
head.
He's too handsome. He'll be distracting.
All right, so let's explain this a little bit, Tim.
Okay.
All right, so in Epic Solo, in some ways, it's a combination of three different phases, or three combinations of the standard game, except for you're going to be judged just on your animals for the first two phases, and then if you make it through those two phases, you'll get judged on the longest loop of each trail type. And so we're going to go through. It ends up being the deck essentially two times. If we make it that far, we may fail and not make it to phase three. But it's pretty similar to the standard in that we're going to each of those phases do 4 different rounds, and in those 4 rounds we'll do 3 turns, and we'll look at a hand of 8, a hand of 6, a hand of 4, and put down a various different campsites and go through. So this game is going to take, if you make it through all the phases, approximately 3 times as long as the standard. And when you're done, you'll have potentially played 72 tiles. So hopefully we make it that far so we could show you all just how crazy this looks whenever you get 72 tiles down on the table. You get quite a gigantic network.
Yeah, hopefully
but
we'll get.
I have not played this in a while. We played for about 10 minutes before starting this up to remind ourselves what the rules were.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We are mostly, it's a solo game, but when Ryan and I play it, we basically collude and discuss and debate our moves. Okay, so it's a co-op game. Like for instance, a couple of behind the scene things you're going to find out here is these two shapes that have these animals on them are the rarer shapes. So they're slightly rarer, and this would be great if these nubs matched in any way. I would be happy with it, but they're kind of annoying.
Right, I think it's either these two, which combo nicely together, or we do those two.
Yeah, this is still one of the rares, and at least we got a bunch of blues we can work with. I think that might be the better way to go.
Okay.
Weirdly, this isn't the end of the world, is it? Kind of commits us to 2 different colors, though. But it also doesn't play the rare one, which is the thing we would like. Oh. Okay. Come on, get in there. Okay. I'm just doing this so that when I hit this button, it auto discards. We do have to play one of those. Technically, we had to play this first, but obviously, the sequence here doesn't truly matter. We do.
Tim's playing the long game.
We're putting animals down.
One of those and one of these.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we're really focusing on getting animals down because, like I said, we're going to get judged on animals at the end of the first phase. We need to get 25 points worth of animals, or we don't progress to the next phase.
The only reason I moved these back into my hand is so that when I hit this draw 6 button, it would auto discard them. It was easier. But I'm moving this out so Nick can see them. Because we have a third person who can give us all kinds of terrible advice.
That's right. Okay, although I probably won't be trying to distract you too much. I'll mostly be offering some commentary for folks watching.
That's nice, except for the blue part. But I mean, it's fine. We can't use all that blue, so.
Can't have everything.
I think it's okay. I think we'll play that just to get the third animal on there, which is helpful for us.
Yeah. Whoops.
And likely we'll want to play.
Yeah, I was looking at that one, but I guess it's going there because this one might give us another option out.
Yeah, we have a choice here. We could play it here or there. I'd be fine with either option.
Yeah, they both kind of have their advantages. This one has the advantage of maybe we can use this blue to add some length. This gives us this whole area to work with instead of restricting us in some way. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's potential that there's
Yeah. Oh, that's
Let's
that
separate this
that
with the blue,
that would be nice.
and that could be very nice.
That I mean, that exists at least twice in the game,
Right.
and I don't think we've seen them
I
yet.
think
So
maybe we'll go here. We'll try to
yep,
get a little bit
you
lucky.
did that.
So yeah, the cool thing about Epic Solo Mode is they're going to end up going through the entire deck, assuming they make it through rounds 1
That's
and 2.
nice. That's the other one of the rares, so that's nice. We don't need that straight, and we got water working. So
one little tip you'll find in the rulebook is that each of these animals is tied to a specific shape. So for example, the eagle's tied to this S shape. As you can see, they all have the exact same shape. The buffalo's on the straight. And the bobcat is the reverse S, and then you got the bear and the wolf on the J's, which this should be that wolf should be a bear, right?
Technically, the bird here is reverse S. That's a Z, and the
yeah,
bobcat's on the S.
That's fair.
or a Z for our European listeners.
Mm-hmm. And to get maximum points on a loop, you need every single one of the 6 unique animals, and so
that's 4
we already have
that's
4.
Not bad.
Yeah, and we know what exact 2 shapes are going to come out eventually, hopefully, for those last 2 animals.
Yeah.
And so Ryan and Tim can start building to anticipate those specific shapes and loop it back towards the hiking.
The 2 shapes would be the opposite, the mirror of this, and the U-turn, which now technically we could put it there and there. But in Epic Solo, there's a reason not to do that. We will tell you that when we get to that point, okay? Because we kind of don't want to make it perfect, because we need this length to get longer later.
That'd be a great loop in the multiplayer game. That's a high-scoring loop.
It would be a perfect loop. Perfect loops are perfect. Like, here's the U-turn, for crying out loud. This weirdly gives us an option here to make it so we got more room. Because we need more room instead of this tightness, okay? I mean, and since we're not putting an animal on this, we could figure out one of these other browns to use instead.
I think we should do that.
Yep, I think that's better.
So Ryan was explaining this a bit, but Epic Solo Mode is broken up into 3 stages, and each stage is basically a full game, a 30-minute game of Trailblazers. And what they're trying to do in the first stage is score 25 animal points. So they're already at 15 points if they close this brown loop here. If they get the 6th animal, that's 21 points on a single loop, and then it's easy going from there. They're basically preparing for stage 2 at that point.
Okay, we do have to remember, Ryan, we're going to look for this. If we see that, we have to play it. It's a priority. The U-turn with that, it could just be a turn. And it doesn't have to be U-turn, as long as the orange comes down here, but the U-turn would be best.
Yep.
All right, bang.
So not only is this mode called Epic Solo because it's up to 3 times as long as the normal game, but it's also significantly more difficult. The first time you play this game, you're going to just be trying to get out as many animals as possible and then close those loops. But the problem is in the next stages after this first one, if you pass this first stage, then the animals have this rule where you can't cover those cards again if it has an animal token on it. And you actually really need to edit your loops later on. So you need to leave gaps in your loops and your trails in order to extend those out further, because the final stage changes from scoring animal points to scoring the longest of each loop type.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay.
We could do that. The only reason I don't love working on orange here now is that this is already a bit tight.
It is tight.
I'm
just looking at an animal we could work with. I guess that one is an animal we could work with. Is that, well, it'd be another loop, but that's the thing we do need to start probably. Yeah, we does leave this down here for the orange.
And then we can get a second brown going.
Leaves the room down here. That's not bad. I mean, this is still somewhat annoying. We cannot take this perfect piece and do that. It just isn't ideal.
No, we don't want to come into this brown area because we're going to eventually want to probably break this
it'll lock it all in. But we could easily just make it so it comes up here. So in actuality, we do need something that comes up here.
I would zoom in a bit more, just a tiny bit on the cards.
Okay.
Tim, with your screen.
That should work.
All right.
That does look better. All right. Oh, except for now I can't hit the button. Okay.
No, whoops.
I'm just going to have to do a lot of zoom in and out then. Wow, we got a lot of straights. Okay. We got a lot of straights. Is there at least a way we could use this orange straight or something? I don't know. We don't really have a good spot. I mean, we don't necessarily have to play this orange because we aren't really setting up currently for it. We could try to do it later. That's at least something. It's end game length, but it's probably a good idea.
So you probably don't have anything to help.
Say what?
Yeah, I don't think that we have a good.
No, we don't. I mean, if we put this over here, this becomes really a pain. I mean, granted, this length might happen, but most of this is going to be useless. So this is basically the only. Yeah, this is going to be end game stuff that hopefully there is an end game. Okay, I'm going to be drawing 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So although.
Oh yeah.
Although animals are top priority for stage 1 and 2 of Epic Solo, you got to get 25 animal points in the first stage and then 75 animal points in the second stage. There will be hands where you don't have any cards that have any animals on them, or any good cards that have animals on them at least.
We do technically have to either decide whether we're playing this or waiting until next round. Being we have literally no orange animals, I don't even know where we'd play it, so I'm just going to act like I'm just going to say we toss it for later. Does that 2 more animals? That's one. That is one.
That is 2 more animals.
That is nice.
And ones that we need. So I think that's a pretty obvious placement.
That's another unique thing about this mode is every round when you're supposed to put out a campsite, you can actually toss it because there will be 9 opportunities to put out a campsite.
If that was right, we would have to play it.
But the inverse of what we wanted. Yeah. I did see that right away, and I was like, oops.
That's annoying. I mean, it might be
that
being said,
something. We can fix this. We can fix this later at some point as well.
If we have to play something like this just to finish it, and then later on make the orange a good thing. I mean, we technically don't.
The other thing is we don't even need this orange.
The orange might be over here, so this orange might be useless. It could be great. It could be terrible. Currently, I would actually say it's more likely to be useless.
Right.
All right, and bang. But I mean, if we draw it, we're playing it. Just in case, it gives us the option. How many animals are on this now? 1, 2.
I'm tempted to just throw that in. If we want to clean that up later, we could.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we could also
easy half bend.
We could clean it up by just playing an orange that merged them up or something too, and basically have built it. Yeah, looks like we are planning on doing orange over here then. I mean, we
could do that.
We're only halfway through, so I mean, we don't have to play this just yet. We could technically wait. There's a lot of things we could put there.
And wait for it.
Yeah. I mean, we're literally barely halfway through.
I guess my thing is what else would you like to play right now?
I guess you're right. There's that. What shape are we missing on here?
I guess we could. This is useful. We do want to get this brown across.
We do want to get that brown across. Boy, it would be nice for that animal on it, though. No, it wouldn't, actually.
Nope.
We don't need it.
Matter
of fact, that's actually good, because now the other thing can come up here and then maybe loop back around. Because now it's going to come up here. All right.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is...
commit to this thing, then. We could do this out here if we wanted. Do we feel like that's going to be a better move? It certainly gives us more space to work with.
It gives us more space to work with, and since it also means now we basically, if we're giving up on this, even if we draw that piece, we'll just put it over here or something.
Yeah, I don't even think this is worth it. This is 2 length that we can get right back over here as well.
You're right. It's 2 length, and this 2 length is something that doesn't restrict us so badly.
Okay, let's go with that.
All right, that one doesn't have an animal. Okay.
If we have one more round or one more turn in this round here.
Yeah, things are looking pretty good. Assuming these guys win stages 1 and 2, in stage 3, what they're going to want to do is try to break up these loops that they formed and trying to score lots of animal points and extend them and connect like multiple loops of the same type to each other and form them into one massive loop. So they're starting 2 hiking loops, that small one on the right and that almost finished one on the left. And they can almost finish it here, and then they'll want to break it up in stage 3 and make it into a humongous loop. So there's a really long-term, interesting strategy to the game.
That could be up here or something.
All right, and so we are in a situation where we need 1, 2 tiles, 3 tiles total. And we have 8 tiles left to play. This one's an easy one. This one is also an easy one.
Well, this is one of them, so I think we're playing that, and then we'll just put this here or something.
Do we not have that animal already?
Nope, that's the 6th animal.
We are missing that animal.
That's the 6th animal, so I think that should get played.
Okay, then let's play this one.
Okay, that's a nice, easy link. It makes this one, I guess we can come back in over here since we're kind of going to do orange over here probably. So we got all the room down here to work with brown. Okay.
Okay, so this, if we just close this now, we're at 21.
That and this. We get to play, we got 6 tiles to play this and that, and we will get, well, and this. So this does need a couple of things. That's a 21, and then we just got to get this closed.
And one of the things that's important here is that this piece doesn't have an animal on it, because as we get into later phases of the game, and of course we're playing for the later phases, there's no guarantee we get them, but we're going to pretend as if we're going to. We want to have this piece not locked next to the camp so that we can break it out and combine it with other lines.
Because any piece with an animal on it cannot have anything placed on top, which is why the animals are what you need for scoring, but they're also very restrictive. Okay, here we go, drawing 8. This is the last 6 tiles we get to play in these next 3 cycles.
How many times do you guys think you've played Epic Solo Mode, by the way? You make this look really easy to get 25 animal points, but it's actually pretty tough.
It's actually, I think we're doing pretty well here. I mean, it used to be a 30, but I mean, back then we played it a lot. We actually haven't played it that much recently. We should get back to it. It's fun. I mean, I think we need to get this part done. There's nothing we can do about it. We just got to put something there.
We just put it in. Sure.
Yeah, we could start a long U-turn. That gives us some stuff, but we could also put something like this in here just to get half of that done, or throw this in and make it so we have a couple of options. Like a U-turn will get us there. What's that? What happened here? Okay.
The wolf is what we're missing here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I think this is fine. This is a little conservative, but I think that's okay.
The wolf is missing. Yeah, okay. But this does give us the option to throw something like this here just to finish it, that we can then
that's what I'm saying. It's a conservative play.
Yeah, it gives us a lot of options because we're only playing 4 more. Okay, bang. Okay, well, I think this should get played.
We'll play that for sure.
That is getting played. We have the wolf. Okay. 2 more tiles to get this done. Boy, we have a lot of blue here. I hope we pull it off. I mean, we obviously can do it here also, and then just fix it later and add the animal, add this wolf later.
We would have to pull a tile.
A tile, but we have the whole top here to work with. A tile with a little straight. That would be a thing, and then we could just fix it later. It's kind of what you got to do in Epic.
Tim, they recommend you remove the tools on the screen by hitting F11.
Thank you.
Clean up the presentation.
Thank you, Johnny.
I am tempted to just close it.
You're tempted to just close it with like this. All right. Instead of this.
Yeah, I mean, I think the U-turn is a definite.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is we could close it with, we can either close this or that and get the full one way, but this one is the easy 21. You want to finish this right now?
If we close this now, then we don't potentially lose the game.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, that lost me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, because now we know we have scored it, and then we can still start working on stuff over here or something, or start adding some orange, and then when we put the orange down, we'll get it. Okay, I'm drawing 4.
So this is 15, as long as we don't break it in the last turn, and this is 21, which gets us above our 25.
Yeah, in the next stage, they could always overlap. You could overlap and add the wolf back into that other loop, get 6 more points pretty easily.
All right, I'm drawing the last 4. We could have done it. It wouldn't have been great, but we could have done it. Oh well.
Yeah, we did have the pieces, but I've definitely seen turns where.
But also the fact that that's an animal we can use, and this is still good for length later on or something. Right? Because we could end up using a bunch of stuff that does stuff. Although this does kind of have to end over here so we can merge it in later.
Yeah.
But
you'll find in the rule book that whenever your last 10 of cards doesn't have exactly what you need, you're welcome to curse Ryan Courtney's name. So.
Oh, I do it all the time.
I think this is pretty good. Yeah.
In regular. Oops. Yep. Okay. Now
so
we do it. Now is when we actually technically check our score. 36 done. I'm done. We checked.
Okay.
Killing it.
Draw 8.
So we enter phase 2, and then we get chances to play more of these.
Yep. Now we can decide to choose to play one of these. We could play this. We could actually play a second one of any of these. And we have definitely done that in Epic Solo, where we've had 2 of these and then tried to merge things in later. But I think we've done a good job of leaving opening sides to these, so I don't think we need to. I do.
Getting some good length out of that second kayaking loop.
Yeah, that's not bad. Good second kayak. Zoom. That would have to then zoom. I mean,
kind of feel like
I think
we do it here and we put this here.
I like that because of any of these little nubs we weren't going to use, so it doesn't matter what we put there. And this can, I mean, we can even put ones with animals on them that come out and come back and do all that. So I like this. The only other thing I might have thought of doing was just getting this started and giving us some room to work with the brown and then a really easy merge point, but we'll probably be able to do that later. These have animals, and animals are more important.
Yeah, it's really convenient when 2 loops connect right next to each other, and they don't have animals on those adjacent spots, so you can just connect them to each other in the third phase.
If you can do it by placing one tile, it is the optimal way.
I think we should play
this.
You want to play that now, so we at least know where it's going?
I guess we don't need to. We can throw one away.
I think we can wait. Yeah, we'll just throw it away.
We're not going to play another blue. We've got this one.
Okay, well, I already drew, so I think we can think about this brown this brown U-turn here.
We could throw it up there. What other options?
We do kind of want the brown to connect into here. So, but also that means we need to work some stuff over here. So I think this U-turn is not that bad. And weirdly, it isn't even that bad if we throw the second U-turn, so at least it starts going in the right direction. It's kind of weird, but
we're gonna try to wiggle it in here. Yeah, but I think we've got this eagle over here.
Oh yeah, that eagle is nice. Okay.
So we.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm assuming you cannot see those in my hand, can you?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to move this up so I got room.
The score threshold, as a reminder, is 25 for stage 1. And they cleared it by getting 36. So it used to be 30, but that proved to be quite hard for a lot of playtesters. So yeah, 25 is a good sweet spot where it's still pretty tough. You're probably not going to get it on your first attempt, maybe multiple attempts, but it's not crushingly hard either.
Okay, why are you making fun of my hat, John?
Okay, well we've got a couple oranges that we could work with.
What's crazy is, they only needed 25 for that first stage, but now they need 75. So if you just barely clear 25,
yeah.
Yeah, if you just barely clear 25, you need 50 more animal points in the same amount of time.
That's terrible because we got to get the blue back, don't we? Oh boy. This maybe? Put the orange here? It's kind of rotten.
I don't like that this is going the wrong direction.
Yeah, I know.
I think I prefer it to come back.
Then we can maybe put the orange here later on.
Yeah, I think I like that much more.
Glad we didn't play the orange.
Okay, that's 2 more animals on that one.
Okay, when I draw this 8, now we're going to choose another one of these. I think we're just going to throw this one away. And then this is going to be getting played because we pretty much need it. The last 3 are mostly there as reminders. I don't think anybody's ever going to play those. But I mean, that might be a strategy that pops up in some meta that we just haven't thought of. That is the thing I'm interested to see. Is, people who get really hooked on this coming up with completely different ideas for how to get this stuff done. And I believe we definitely saw that with Pipeline. Some people played it differently than I expected. And definitely in Curious Cargo, some people played that in very different ways than we expected.
Yeah, and that biking loop you guys have started is super nice. Very efficient use of cards that all have animals on them. But the problem with having cards that all have animals on them in Epic Solo mode is you can't extend those loops later. So they're going to have to eventually lay down a biking trail that does not have an animal token on it, so they can keep milking the length, because you're only going to score the longest loop of each type in stage 3 if you make it to stage 3.
So far, it kind of looks like we're probably going to make it. This is probably going to end up here.
Yay.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. I'm starting to look at where this has to go. We have to leave room for it, which that seems fine. There or there. But this seems better currently. But, I mean, it might even change because we get some more tile placements before then.
Okay, so this is another blue line that we currently have at 15.
Has 5, but we do have some more work to get it merged up. And it would be best if this merged way up here.
We have a 21 of 15. A 21 and 15 is done. Another 15 that's potentially going to be done. We've got 10 here. So that gets us very close to our 75 already.
Yeah, we just gotta get it finished.
What are we missing on orange here? A bear and a bobcat.
Bear and a bobcat.
Are we throwing away a bear or a bobcat? We are throwing away a bear.
But I mean, these two worked so well.
Yeah,
I don't think we have much of an option.
It's pretty convenient.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, even though it looks good because of the brown, I don't think we're going to use that brown ever, but it certainly does look nice.
Yeah, and you still have time to add a bobcat and kind of
zoom in, get a little better.
Yeah, shift the bobcat kayak towards the eagle.
Oh boy, we need both those, don't we? Oops.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we got to figure out how to play them. There. Weirdly, this could get placed something like, no, because that has animal on it. We don't want everything coming in here to have animals on it. But that's okay, right? It has to come back.
This is fine. We can put the orange here.
Yeah.
And we'll be most of the way done.
Yeah, we're going to want like an orange straight. That would be very convenient. Then a U-turn, but yeah. It certainly gives us room to work with stuff. I mean, I think we've done a pretty good job in this middle. I mean, there's a weird gap here, but we've done a pretty good job of all the stuff here is using multiple, at least 2. Some of them are using 3. This one's using all 4 links on it.
The middle's just the abyss.
Yeah,
where no travelers go.
Well, that's the
lost in the Twilight Zone.
It's too mountainous.
Yeah.
Too mountainous.
Maybe not the prettiest. Okay. So over here we needed the bobcat. Don't need that anymore.
Boy.
Any of these? Let's see here.
So in actuality, we're kind of probably trying to get it done with just these 4. We don't really need this second brown to actually score right now, do we?
Well, we have 15, 15.
I guess we do.
And then that
might
221s. We do kind of need it to score.
So for folks who don't understand animal scoring, basically, you want unique animals along a single loop, and every extra unique animal you add gives you more points. So the first animal is just a 1 point if that's the only animal on that loop.
The problem
and then it
being
goes 3 points. Then it goes
maybe merge from over here onto there.
6 points, then 10, 15, 21 if you get all 6 animal types. But yeah, it looks like you guys are now at the point where you don't need more animals. So you don't need to drop any more tokens. You just got to close the loops that have animals on them.
But getting those close can be a pain in the butt because some of this stuff doesn't go in the right direction. But the moment I hit this draw 8, we have to play this.
Actually,
so
we don't have any incentive not to just come. We could come back on the there is incentive.
That's pretty much in order to make that loops come back together. They kind of come out of here.
Yeah, so now they're thinking about phase 3 a little bit with some of the moves on this turn, where in stage 3, you're not worried about animal points anymore. You don't even score animal points. The animals that are on your table are just in your way. You can't cover up those cards. So you're trying to just connect loops and make one super long loop of each type.
I would say, now here's the thing. What we're doing is we're looking at, like Nick just said, we're looking at like the future. I think in your first few plays of this, just practice getting the animal scoring done.
Yeah.
But don't like meta game it as much as we are going to. It's just that we play this so much, okay?
Yeah, this mode definitely grows with you. It's going to be hard to win the first stage and get 25 animal points to begin with, and then it's going to be hard to get 75.
Yeah.
We got to put a U-turn on there.
No, we don't need to do that.
Oh, we don't need to. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That actually makes it weird. I wish this kind of. Oh well, no, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, the moment I hit this, we got to play this. I guess we're decided it's here, right?
I think we decided that we could throw this U-turn in. We wanted that to happen.
And this is mostly just to get it going the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are not right. Although, weirdly, one of these can be used over here as something that, I mean, I don't know if we need it. This is suddenly a fourth animal over here, but a straight and that suddenly links it up. So it might be what we do. But also we have a lot of blue. We do have to get that blue done.
This is round 4, right?
No.
We just started round 3 because we just placed this orange.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to that. So yeah, they're about halfway through the second stage here, which means they still get to put out 12 more cards. So a lot of breathing room.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tim, we have 1 card, 2 cards.
I keep forgetting about you, Nick.
3,
there you go.
4, 5.
It's nice to see.
Okay.
All right. I'm in, for folks watching, I'm in spectator mode, which means I can't see the cards that they're in Tim's hand. They're hidden.
I might have tried to add some team stuff, but, this is the solo mod. Teams typically don't get played a lot. I mean, we kind of play teams, I guess, but okay, gosh. We need an S that does. We don't care about it as an animal. We just need a brown S. But I mean, we also need to get this done. So.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, we have this. It's kind of lame, but
I guess the question is if we made this a 21, so 21, 21, 21 plus
then 15. The 15 would be enough. So suddenly we don't need this.
We have not seen.
What are we missing over here?
The
Bobcat.
But I mean, if we don't, we get this closed, even better and easier. Maybe easier. I don't know.
Yeah, we can start getting this up here. So that's a thing.
Oop, that's a tile. This is now a 2-tile closer, and one of them can even have an animal on it.
And we can close this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna play 8 more tiles total. All right. Oops.
You gonna drop that wolf on that card then?
Nope. Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
Why?
I guess we don't need to.
Like we just need to get past 75 for us.
Yeah, we don't need to. If this is closed, we know we have to close all these. So, and that'll get us to the number. So it really doesn't matter.
You just need those 6 points. Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, diggity. Look at this.
Go ahead and pull this out where they can see it, Tim.
Yeah. Okay. Boy, these orange U-turns are really useless. Right? Yeah, really useless. That's lame.
Yeah.
It gives us a thing, but it's kind of still a tile we got to play. There's literally not a tile here that helps us. I mean, it does. This at least finishes this, and we don't have to care about it anymore. We're going to take some tiles later to link it up, but at least it's done.
You can use 2 tiles to connect the brown, the top left brown.
I think even if this came straight, it's going to take 2 tiles anyway, so it's all the same. Whoops.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do this.
We can do that. Oh yeah, that kind of gives us more options. We could do a zigzag and nub in, or we could just nub it in there. Okay, I don't hate that.
All right,
so we get one last round.
Yep, we can play 6 more things.
So okay, 6 more
that's
tiles.
Going there, I think, right?
Definitely going there, yeah. And there's the straight anyway, so I guess we didn't have to do.
But I mean, whatever. We could just do it with this. Just say it's still done. It's all the same.
Unless there's a better card that sets you up for the next phase.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the fact that it says a bunch of orange, maybe we can use that at some point, but I don't think so.
This also is not in yet.
That's not in yet, but this is a freaking Z, not his S. That's annoying.
That's true. Okay, let's just, we can just put something in here.
Yep, that finishes that. So it's basically 4 cards to play to finish this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if we have... Boy, we don't even have any way to get this half done. Nothing turns right. That's really annoying.
This is 21.
21. This is a 15, right?
They need 75 to win this,
so this
second
has to
stage.
Close. This has to close. But we have 4 cards to do it in. Okay?
Yeah, we need 3 points.
What happened? Why did it only draw 3?
No, I think it didn't. Didn't reshuffle those in.
I think it must have been, we got 2 mouse cursors that screwed stuff up. I did it the hard way. Okay, irritatingly, this is not turning right. Okay.
That is a bit of a problem.
Trying to figure out a way to cheat this, but there's no way to do it with any of this. Because all these animal spots are...
We might, yeah.
We might,
Wait,
but that's the nature.
What's in your hand, Tim?
2 more tiles.
Oh, we do get 2 more tiles. You're right. Boy, that didn't help.
Also not the right way.
How did that not help? We keep getting all the stupid Z's.
What do you got in your hand? This is.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you. Wait, did we only need 3?
We only needed 3.
Boy, that would have been nice if we had just simply not put this animal on there. We could have at least maybe done something, but probably I don't think that would have helped. We basically need to be able to do this next time. There's nothing we can do about it. So this turn, we're going to add some future stuff, okay? For if we have a future. That's all we got. Like, in the future, hopefully we can add some of this brown, okay? Because this is going to break out of here, right? That sound like a thing to do, Ryan?
I love a suspenseful climax.
I mean, we need something to...
There's nothing. None of this stuff has the right turns because this has an animal on it. Actually, even without that having an animal on it, would break up stuff and it would be sucked. Okay, so how close are we?
Yeah.
How close are we?
We're off by 3 points.
3. Okay.
Wait, here's the thing. This is part of the animals that we needed.
Nope. This is the one we don't need from here was the...
Over here, it's the one we need.
You think that maybe with 2 tiles we could do a perfect here?
Ooh.
Do we have the complement to that one right now?
Not right now, but we do have... I mean, that doesn't help because we couldn't play anything on top of there. We pretty much need the exact tile. That doesn't work. I wish. I'm trying... Here's the thing. This is what I'm trying to come up with. Is there a way to use this? Because all we need is a 3-point thing, which is only 2 animals. Okay?
No, there's not. I looked at that already, but no.
God, that's annoying.
No. Do we have a straight blue that we could stick here?
No, not in our... What's our other card we played?
This thing up here that you put up here.
That's useless crap. It still has no straight.
Well, I mean, what do you think? What do you think?
I think the problem is we break this up. Now we have, I guess, it gives us more options. Oh boy.
That gives you 6 points if you close it.
Well, here's the problem though. If we draw this, since you ruined this, we're screwed. Okay. Now you've turned it into only being this. This is now literally not a thing we can do.
Can you add a blue bend to that as well in that same spot? And then you only need a straight at that point.
This one up here might make more sense because there's a way to build this. We have a lot of room up here to work with.
The problem is that this also breaks.
It does break it, but weirdly, it's still either of these is making it so we're ignoring this, and it's all about this.
Yeah, if you put it over on the left side, you can either end up with a straight or with a J, and both of those would work.
Yeah, but it becomes only this. And this is no longer a thing. But I guess I can't think of any other way to do it. Right?
I mean, we could do this and hope we get a straight blue somewhere.
Then we just get a straight.
All you need.
You're right.
Or a J. Yeah.
All we need is a straight of any. Well, we need a straight short. If we got a thing that was a straight, a too long blue straight like this, we can't use it.
That's right.
It's
straighter an L,
crazy.
Right?
Oh
blue
boy.
L. Love it.
This is it. This is what Ryan and I do when we play this.
I mean, I think
it's fun.
Do you want it? This unfortunately is very specific because we.
That is very specific. It's hard to build. I mean, we could build it with a zigzag with like a J, and then a nub, but that's it. Okay, or an actual Z or an actual S. Those are the only options. I mean.
Yeah. This was an unfortunate choice.
I don't. Right. Here's the thing: we've never even drawn a thing that nubbed this out. I don't think this has really changed anything. I wish we had.
Yeah, you've got a ton of time to get something for that, and nothing's shown up.
It hasn't shown up.
Brutal. Yeah, I like that.
I don't hate this. This is more likely to get than this.
Yep.
And there's not an impossible chance of just drawing both. Okay. But now it is.
Push your luck.
Just this
element comes in.
If we draw this but not that, who cares? We lose. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Or if you don't have people spectating, you just cheat and then do.
What? I did not cheat in that video that I edited heavily. Okay, at least we got the straight. I'm going to tell you what, we didn't get this. Okay. Okay. Nice. We have success.
Nice.
And weirdly, if we did this, it does the linking for us, and it doesn't affect our score in any way. It's weird. Because weirdly, this is now the link for that. Because who cares?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Because it's there. We don't care about it. It's actually made this longer. 3 21s and a 15. Bang.
All right, there we go.
Awesome.
Congratulations, everybody. Ryan and I are geniuses. Mostly Ryan figured that one out. I mean, it was just a different risk, but it worked because this didn't work. Here's the weird thing. This gave us this half, but we didn't get the other part. So.
Yeah, so that was stage 2 called Springer Fever.
That was stage 2. So weirdly, we're literally just going to erase these because animals don't matter in any way for stage 4.
Stage 3.
These for stage 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, for stage 3. These we're mostly going to use now. We could use them, and like I said, people might figure out a method to use that. But we're mostly going to use them just to remind us what round we're on. Okay.
All right, entering stage.
We have to decide which of these we want to break out. So we'll certainly break out blue. And we'll probably pick one other color.
Yeah. This we can do some stuff here, or even here, or both, because they both have good corners to work with
as well.
All right, I'm gonna start it.
Yeah.
So like these guys have done, if you clear 75 animal points in stage 2, Springer Fever, then you can move on to stage 3, and it's a very different objective. The animal points no longer matter, and you're trying to basically you're on a high score victory lap. And the high score comes from your longest loop of each type. So they have multiple kayaking loops. They have one big hiking loop and they have one smaller biking loop.
I mean,
and they're going to try to connect up their 2 kayaking loops into one, and they're going to try to keep extending their other loops
here.
as well.
Well, that won't be able to come to there. Oh, this can zigzag into there. Yeah, that would work, I guess.
I mean, the other option is just to not.
Yeah.
Not close it down right away.
Yeah.
Which is probably a better option.
This has to get some stuff. This comes up here. This can come back into there. It does give us a lot more room to work with. And the rest of these are, I mean, this one's okay. So, there are situations where this tile is amazing. We have not constructed that situation anywhere. It's also a hard one to use. But when you use it, like it's a good one here. This kind of thing is great for this weird loopy stuff, but.
So the standard and deluxe editions of the game come with a Epic Solo mode sheet where you can record your score as you progress through each stage.
Canyon,
your animal
what
points.
were you asking? Animals still block. Oh, yes, I see. Yes, animals don't matter except for they do, and that they still blocked all of our overlaying. Yes.
That's where the metagame or the long-term planning comes in, because you want to leave some tiles in
I feel like
key
that's
spots
something, but
that
I don't
have
know
animal
I don't
tokens
know how
on
to
them,
use
so you
it.
can overlap those.
I feel like this has got to be useful. We have so much time.
I think we're committing to.
I mean, I'm going
this
to
a very kayaker friendly.
I'm going to do
world.
This again.
Smells like potential.
Oh, we got some marks under there. I'm just doing it so we got room for Nick's cards here.
Okay.
4. Okay. Bang. Oh, we didn't really get all blue.
We do need to get out of here.
We do need to get out of there. The rest of this is not particularly blue friendly.
Well, we could set up for the.
We do. Well, I mean, the weird thing is, yeah, that is the fact that we already got that. Because we've had games where we're like, we just need a specific tile to link this up, and then we just have to keep waiting. But already did it. Good. Yeah, this is easy to link in.
Okay. All right. So throw away another one of the buildings to remind us that we're.
Yep. There we go. Next round.
In round 2.
Yeah, I think for most people that play Epic Solo mode and start into it, they'll have a similar experience to me where they finally clear the first 2 stages and get the animal points they need. And then they look at all their loops and then they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have any good spots to extend this or connect them to each other.
This is going to have to come over here and get in there at some point, right? What about that one? That's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, we could cut it short and not try to get that blue.
Okay, but what about that? Comes up. Boy, I certainly have to move this up yet again. We're really coming down here. That doesn't work.
Yeah, what I don't like about this is, how do we, like this thing, we're going to come up here, and then we're going to go this way, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to have to wrap all the way back.
This has to come here, come there, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it comes over. Okay, that's a lot.
But maybe we can better use this tile.
So then you wanted to nub this, but then all these blues are not going to get used. That there, I guess that could use. I feel like there's optimal way to use this, but I can't. I mean, we still need to come out of here. We still need to come out of there. Yep.
We can just do. Oh, well, let's lock this down.
Yep, lock that one down.
And then it's a little bit wasteful on this tile because it's such a good tile, but it'll be all right.
So we're gonna do this. Okay.
I think that's good.
Yeah. I should be discarding 6 tiles. I'm only discarding 5. We played one too many cards.
Oh, we played this one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, this hopefully we'll be able to do it, but we can do it right now. No, we can't. That's the wrong one. Oh, we got all this brown. Let's see here.
Is this what we needed? I think it is.
Well, it just adds that, I guess. It doesn't actually let us add even more. But
I love how you're completely ignoring the biking loop, which is actually perfectly symmetrical. It's just sweet poetry.
It is very beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Don't touch that.
I like this, Tim.
Beauty.
That is nice. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out the optimal. Boom, 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 boom. Come in here. Come around. Zip over there. Come in. Link in. It's going to take a few tiles, but we got time.
Yeah, we got some time.
This is the most annoying part, but I mean, there's also a chance we get the double thing that adds 5 length instead of 1. That's not it, but it could have been. Nah.
Yeah, I like that.
Do ya? Yeah, I kind of would have liked to have been able to get that in there, but I guess this is supposed to come in here, and this has to now get to there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking a U-turn here.
Yeah.
We nub there, and this needs to come around.
This needs to come around. Yeah, okay, that's actually making life easier. Okay, whoops, sorry. I'm sorry. Let's show Nick our cards.
We could set ourselves up to do the same thing on this corner.
Right there, yep, that adds more length.
I guess we might as well do it on a...
It gives us more... this one is a little less space restricted, I guess.
I don't know if it's a big difference or not, but we could stick it there.
Yeah, it doesn't super matter. It's basically giving us a good spot to put a
All right, we got 12 tiles left to play, so we really just need to get this blue back home. Oh, I like the straight blue there. I like the U-turn blue.
Straight and the U-turn. That is good. Boy, that U-turn has so much blue on it. I wish we could figure out a way to use it. That seems a little much.
That seems very ambitious.
I'm a very ambitious person. We also have this thing. Nope. Never mind. We do not.
Well, we do have it on the other
part. We
card.
have it right here. But
however, I think we need anytime we have blue right now. I think we need to work towards.
Weirdly, if this never gets connected in, we still have points. If this doesn't get connected in, we got no points. Okay.
Well, not no points, but yes.
No, we got no points because we have broken both ends of this. Okay.
No, on blue. On blue. Yes.
Yeah.
On blue.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yes, on blue. Yeah. Nopeums. I mean, we had to pick an order. If we had done it like that, you could have worked it, but too late.
We did not. Okay.
S. I mean, we have this. We could just this has to get done, but I would have liked the option to get the blue that looped back around, but
nah.
But now we have this. This is some more length. Yeah. Okay, drawing 4. Okay, yeah. Have we done this? I think we got to play this, didn't we?
I think that one needs to get discarded.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Yeah, boy, that's annoying because this would have been the spot, but oh well.
Is this the one, or is this? Oh man, we're just getting teased over here.
We're getting really teased. Well, I mean, it's not like this doesn't. No, that does. That helps. Turns it into a nub, but it's okay, I guess. We could do it like that. It could U-turn and then go in. That's length. We got.
Yeah, I like that. We have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We need to play one more here, though. I don't think we want to get too risky with that, huh?
No, I'm trying to think about how that would work. I mean, weirdly, there's this. Strangely, it just turns this into an easy nub after the U-turn, I guess. It's kind of weird.
This allows us to, if we get this straight, like we feel like we're getting really panicked.
Now it's an S and a nub, or of course, I think the other aspect is, well, no, I guess not. It's all the same. It's a restricted nub. To put it there? Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because this nub could be any orientation now. Okay, yeah, but it got rid of the straight.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Oh, you're so ballsy. Okay, boom. Now we discard the non-existent nothing. Okay. That's not that. That's not that. Actually,
this is one reason why I wanted to do it. This way.
Damn it! Stop it. There we go. There we go. That's length.
Sweet poetry.
There. See, there's the ones we aren't using. Done. Okay. There's a lot of orange on there, but boy, you're right. That's too symmetrical to ruin.
Don't touch the orange. It's precious.
Why? Why is this always the other letter? The stupid S's now. I want Z's now.
I do kind of want to close this.
That, and then just nub it in with this. Whoops. Just say done.
How aggressive do you want to be here? I mean, I feel like...
I mean, we only get 2 more things after this. If we finish it now, there's a chance we can get some. If we get the brown up here, it adds some more length. We may be able to even construct a brown that adds that length.
The other thing is we could just put the straight in.
Yeah, here. And get in second tile.
And then
if we did this, now our weird brown can be either of the 2 orientations of brown, the ones that have been ruining our life.
Is that true? Yeah, I guess it is.
It's weird.
What do you think is better? Do you think getting the extra length?
Well, this length exists. We don't even know if we're even going to draw a thing that gets this done. So I think we do it the other way. I can't remember how you did it. Oh, there and there, and then that's just this turned.
How much extra length did that give us? It just gave us...
It gave us 1. 2. 2, because it was here. Give us 2. 2 is better than 1.
Okay. All right, maybe we'll get the brown that we were looking for.
John says those are all gone.
Oh, this looks like it.
I think we could build it. That's it right there. No, screw you, Johnny boy. These are...
Yeah, get out of here, you filthy viewers.
These are useless. Done. Okay? I don't think we're...
All right.
I'm trying to figure out anything we can do with these. But there is...
So I'm going to count the orange one, and Tim's going to count the blue and brown one.
I'm counting... What? Screw you. I'll count blue, though, because you're a lazy bastard. Okay.
1, 2, 3,
He only has to count half. So they finished the final stage, Triple Crown. And the way you score this, again, it's just a high score challenge. There's no win or lose scenario here. You're just scoring your longest single loop of each type. So they got 18 for their biking loop. Their kayaking is definitely the longest, and their hiking is pretty good too. For folks who came to Origins, we did a similar thing, but on a sticker wall over the course of 4 days, and it had hundreds of stickers on it. It got pretty wild. For some long loops. I think the longest one was like 160 in length.
This is exactly 80, sir.
80?
This one here is exactly 80.
Nailed it.
I don't have my thing up on top anymore, so you can write it in.
This one's exactly 80.
That's what I counted. I mean, I had a guy talking in my head, so I don't know,
but John's regretting not watching Lord of the Rings coming here instead.
That would be a 140.
He's not amused.
That's pretty easy math. Okay.
That is pretty easy math. All right. So 140, not bad for our return to this, and we did it on one take as well, which is always nice.
Yeah, and in just an hour too.
That was
pretty
good.
Impressive.
It's good. It was an hour. We even had a couple of times where we had to discuss things at the top of our lungs. It worked. 140 is a reasonable score. It can be
that's really good. I think my best is 127. So you guys just come in being all rusty and after make it look easy. So
we're the talent. You're the work guy.
I just try to sell the game.
There were plenty of opportunities for us to do this cleaner and score bigger. We played conservative in a few spots, partially to try to make sure that we got a full stream in. But you can see, and this is a thing just for the game in general, when your tiles get real spread out, then they are not as efficient. So having these holes in here that's not really ideal. You want to have your top, and ideally you want to have two of these colors next to each other that you're working on at the same time, so that you're sort of double dipping a bit.
Like
you only had them intersect right in the middle, right at the beginning.
Right here in this middle here is where we're getting multiple colors on stuff, but that's about the only time. Which is why our score is pretty good, but it isn't as good as we've gotten.
What's your high score again? It's like 170 something?
Yeah.
172 maybe.
That's wild.
That was back when we played like 3 times a week. One thing you have to keep in mind, the only reason we succeeded is Ryan figured out at the end of the second round, instead of committing to this, commit to an easier to commit to thing. Okay?
Yeah.
But it still could have gone sour, but it made it so it was doable. Because we could not have done it this way. We could not have done it up here.
That's the nice thing about Trailblazers is just the flexibility to kind of pivot your strategy and overlap other stuff and abandon some strategies that are higher risk.
I think a couple of things that are important to remember is that there's only 6 tile types in the game. There's only 6 shapes.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a straight, there's an S, a Z, a J, an L, and a C or U style shape. So there's only 6 different shape types in the game. So getting used to those 6 is really helpful, and then making sure that you set yourself up for high probability pools. So we could have taken the risk here up in this corner for that pool, but that shape is not that common.
It's also, there are 3 of the shapes are less common. It's the S and the Z and the straight, maybe? We figured that out one time, but I can't remember what it is.
Right, it's the S, Z, and the straight, because when you rotate them, they're the same.
Yes.
So because they're rotationally symmetric, there are a few less of them. So yeah, you'll want to just make sure that you're setting yourself up for things that are much more high probability. Of course, like when we're talking, we'll talk about getting lucky, but we're sort of making our own luck. If we're shooting for scores up in like that 170 range, then we will basically be taking the most aggressive, ambitious line possible, and then hoping that we get what we get.
I think that video is still out there, the 170 something, but it uses the different art. So
yeah, the older art. Yeah, John brings up some good advice for any Ryan Courtney domino tile spatial puzzle game. Don't force yourself into needing one specific tile, because it's not going to come out. If you need just one specific tile, it's never going to come.
We had to force it, so we needed one more common type of tile, which is just something with a short, straight.
Yeah, there were a couple options.
But this was a specific letter shape. We needed an S, and we still never saw it, and then we just gave up, and luckily that worked out. Mostly because that previous round, the previous draw, we didn't draw anything that we could even set it up with. And so we had to build something else.
Over here in the chat and D'Artagnan have scored. I think they're both in the 150 club, right?
I think they are.
So we have a little club in our.
That was like a year ago. That was a hit like a year ago. I think we had few people who were playing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We have our little leaderboard up there. So Trailblazers leaderboard. Let's see here, 150 club. Oh, it has Wick, but no D'Artagnan.
Oh,
D'Artagnan, what happened? Did you never get to 150, or did I not record it?
Poor Darth. I think that he just didn't want to join the club.
Wick was one of the earlier people to get into the 150.
Yes.
But yeah, 150 is a really good score. So, I mean, to be honest, if you get through all 3 phases, that's really good.
Yeah. Now, even Ryan and I have had times where we got to the 3rd phase, and then we got to the thing, sort of like this one, where we played it safe, where the second to last round we linked everything in, and then the last one was just like, well, maybe we can add some length. Okay? We did. But we didn't need it. Without this, we score it, what is that, 4 less?
You know what's sad, Tim?
What?
Looking at the leaderboard here, the longest loop ever scored before.
Yeah.
Was 80.
It was 80?
Yeah.
That was you. That's right. You had an 80. I mean, this thing's a pretty good loop. It has a lot of stuff.
We had a chance to get a new record today. We should have pushed a little harder. I didn't realize that.
We're cowards. We are cowards.
Leaderboard.
Well, that is also a thing that I would say is a something that you should take. What we basically did was we got to the 75 for animals, and the last round was we mostly picked one of the colors and concentrated adding to that length. And then if we had turns where we couldn't do that, we figured out a little bit to do up here. And we literally ignored this one. This was done. We didn't care. It gave us our 21 points. And then we said, we also didn't really have a very good way to add to it. But we had a lot of blue. Mostly because we had to get those blues to link together. So we were like, we're going to do it with blue. Because this one was done. Brown and orange were done. Before we even started.
How many times have you made it through all the phases?
How many
at
times?
At least two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've at least made it twice. I've probably attempted it maybe 10 or 12 times, and yeah, at least 2 times made it through. And I think my high score is 127. So yeah, it's a tricky game. And like you guys mentioned earlier, there's definitely your skills evolve as you keep playing because you start thinking more long term early on, and sometimes that can burn you. Like if I'm trying to plan how I'm going to loop things in phase 3, I may not hit the animal points in earlier phases because
that has happened to us. Don't worry.
It's too
we've overthought
long-sighted, I guess. Yeah, which is fun. I do like the pressure in each stage of the game that this animal scoring is keeping on you, right on your tail, while you're still just trying to break your highest score at the end of it all.
Right.
And what's cool about Epic Solo Mode, it's this long, elaborate, like checkpoint, and then high score challenge. And that is totally different from the other 2 solo modes, which are shorter, more bite-sized, but they're more about completing specific weird goals or achievements or objectives that are unique pretty much every time you go in and play another one. Whereas this one's just more a long-term strategic, focused type of game. So there's definitely a lot of variety within, a very simple rule set of just laying down tiles and building loops.
And we were thinking about either doing a patch or a sticker or something for folks that get into the 150 club. So if you manage to get up to 150 points, contact us and do that, or maybe we'll give people Tim's phone number and Tim can congratulate them or something. I don't know.
There you go. Personal congratulations from Tim.
Yeah. All my friends will tell you all
life.
I do is respond to texts all day. I never ignore people. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you guys for putting this on. That was fun to watch.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.